What's going on, guys? It's your boy Uchi, and of course I'm joined by some more Sentai friends of mine. Like I said last week, I'm referring you guys as the Sentai friends. I don't know why, but
Why don't you just call us the Uchi Rangers?
the Uchi. Whoa, okay, that's we'll think about. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, both of them sound good.
Of course I'm joined by HouseTop, QT-PYE, and Tempestt. What's going on, guys?
Was good?
So pretty much, again, like last week, pretty much just gonna go over our quick thoughts, what we liked, didn't like, a little bit of a recap of what happened on this week's episode of Lupinranger versus Patranger. This week's episode was titled "An Unacceptable Relationship," probably having something to do with the ties that the Pink and Yellow Ranger had. Not really ties, but like they definitely shared like a couple moments in this episode, which made it pretty more enjoyable, because it's like we're finally slowly getting some kind of like crossing paths kind of thing between both sides, which is nice. So we'll start off with HouseTop, just like last week, going down the line. Talk to me. What did you think about this week?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought I actually really liked the design of Rub Room Jaws. I thought his character looked pretty cool, but I also liked how it used a little bit more magic this time, where he used the sharks to transport them to the wherever his hideaway was. I thought that was pretty cool. I did like the dynamic of the two girls playing off each other, especially at the end during the fight when she gave him the collection piece because they helped him out in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. The main thing that I liked about this episode was what they showed for the next episode, which has me excited because Jim Carter looks like he's either about to get in some action or we're about to see some upgrades for the zords for the Patrangers, which seems like it'd be pretty good. But I would love to see, like, if Jim Carter started fighting, like, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like, if he showed up in, like, a ranger outfit, or was like, I got this, guys, and was like, Kaito Sentai. It was changed. Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
but,
it wouldn't be the first time that we see, like, the Commander-esque character take a role as one of the Rangers, so it wouldn't be the first time. It would be cool to see him do that. So.
And then they made a focus on Kogure. When he left, they were like, he's never eaten here, and like they like stressed that a little bit too much. So I feel like they're like, I don't know if they're like feeling sketched out about him, or they're like concerned, or they're like trying to figure out what he's about. But because of like when him and Goody met, they were like longtime friends, and they both kind of freaked out. So I really hope that they show more about him, because they keep hinting at stuff to do with him, but they haven't really said anything. But he's like got a mysterious background. He's like, oh, I've got important things I tend to. So we shall see. But next week, I'm really looking forward to what they have to offer. So, but then I'll pass it on. I don't want to hog the mic too much, but
that's all good. All right, so QT-PYE would talk to me. I know that we had some connection issues with the Rabbit hosting earlier, so you went off and watched it on your own. So let us know. We didn't get to hear you react or anything. So how'd you think of this week?
I really liked this episode. I was really excited to see some of the predictions I had last week come true. Because I definitely knew it was going to be focused on the Pink Ranger. I loved seeing just more about her character, because she always came off as kind of like stern and I guess kind of like more of like a determined character. We didn't really see like more of her background, but we got to see more of like her softer side, that she was secretly into like lots of stuffed animals. I thought that was super cute. And they wouldn't have probably figured out the whole thing with the sharks teleporting people if she hadn't been tempted to hug the shark the way she did.
Okay.
Really like the dynamic between the Pink and Yellow Ranger this episode, and I hope to see more of that in the future. And I like to I really liked how Good Striker was just like choosing whatever side he wanted to, whenever he wanted to, just because like he's a free agent. That's just his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that Lupin Kaiser was pretty hype.
Oh yeah.
The music was hype as well.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I noticed that they debuted like a new track for the new Zord, or not new Zord, but you know the Zord that they had for the Patranger.
That song was great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And lastly, I really like that they kind of just let the Lupinrangers take the piece without really putting up a fight, because they kind of just fell into, well, accepted the fact that they had other stuff to deal with. Seems like they're kind of like getting along a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to see how that dynamic plays out in future episodes and what other kind of like mini stories or villains they'll face.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I wanna see like everything come true. What everything you guys are saying, it's all good stuff. All right, Tempestt, what is up?
Thought the episode was alright. Pretty much, it's going pacing exactly how I figured as much. You know, it was a very Patranger heavy episode. The Lupinrangers, as I said before, they are using the Patrangers to get what they want. The understanding that they have at this point is that the Patrangers still don't understand the Lupin collection.
Right.
So, you know, one of the big things is that like it wasn't a big deal to them. I have a feeling it might be a different story once they realize exactly what's going on with the Lupin collection. But until then, it's their goals are different, but at the same time they have a common thing, so there'll be a little bit of give and go, and obviously there's a bit of honor on both sides. You know, it's like, hey, so you guys are trying to figure something out that we have a problem. I'll give you the information you need. And one of the biggest reasons that I really feel like the Red Ranger didn't mind, the Lupin Red Ranger didn't mind, is because, once again, he's the one that's all for using Pato to move things forward. So the dynamic there is it's a nice little thing. In my opinion, and granted, this is just I feel like the Pink Ranger thing was just a little too cliche, but like it's not like it's bad. It was just I kind of saw that one coming a mile away with her having the over attachment to stuffed animals and the really cutesy side. Because usually when there's a stern female character, it just winds up being something like that. So it's kind of hoping to be a little different, but you know, not bad in general, just slightly cliche. And next, I guess we'll just see what happens. Just trying to figure out why Jim is in the middle of everything. Knows.
All right.
We have to wait and see.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, as far as I go, I definitely like how we basically all called this by saying that this episode is definitely gonna be Patranger centric, since Lupinrangers have been kind of hogging up screen time. But I mean, that goes without saying. They are cooler. Goes without saying. So it was smart on their end to start us off with Lupinrangers more so than the Patrangers. The Patrangers obviously don't really know what the hell's going on with the Lupin collection, so they're just gonna be confused for a bit longer until like we finally get some like, you know, exchanging things like as far as like answers goes. And I do like how tying into what I'm saying is what was it? I think it was like Lupin Yellow just straight up told Pato Pink that that was that one part where she told them about the One Piece, and she was like, oh, like she just told me. So like they're slowly going to make the connection that maybe they're really not bad after all. They're just like going about it in a different way, and they're not like, you know, abiding by any kind of like laws or rules or anything like, you know, how they're doing, because obviously they're the police, so that makes sense.
I think it's gonna take the girls to have to realize that, especially since they now have the bond that they created over this piece.
Yeah, low key,
with
yeah.
The interaction they had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other thing that well, one thing I didn't like, I guess I'll just put this one out there really fast, is that I don't understand. I mean, I hope they explain it soon enough, but I don't understand why the combination to the Lupinranger morph is different every time. I don't know if there's any kind of significance to that, but I hope that there is, you know, a set answer later on in the show, hopefully. But right now, it's like, I think they started off with like 101, and then like episode 2 was like a whole new different combination. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal, but like, especially when you're a fan and you're trying to like say it along, and you're trying to get hype and like, you know, morph with them, like, I hate stumbling when it's like, okay, this is not the right combo. Like, what is this? So, because I remember like Power Rangers in Space, it was always 3-5-5, and then they hit the button, and then they morphed, and that was it, right? And this, it's like, okay, what the hell's going on? Like, I get like, maybe that's just it right there. It's like the fact that the theme of theirs is like they are the burglar type, you know, and they always have to have a different combination to unlock or crack the code, I guess. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know if I just answered my own concern, but hey, whatever. And then lastly, I'll say that like I really love Good Striker. I think he is like the best thing going for them right now, because he is the mecha piece that binds all 3 of each team's zords into one big Megazord, and and because of him, we got to see both sides in one episode really fast. Even though it was more Patranger than Lupinranger, he was just like, nah, psych, I'm about to go combine with them. So it just makes me wonder, like, you know, hopefully one day he does have the ability to combine both pieces, whether it's like all 6, or if it's like 2 of one and 1 from the other, or however the way they decide to do it.
Yeah.
Because normally, like Flowchart Sentai, Flowchart Power Rangers is normally, if you have a season where you have a lot of pieces as far as like Zords go, you typically get like the Ultra Zord-esque kind of Gatai or combination, that for those that don't know what that means, where they combine literally like every single piece in one giant Zord, or they have like a carrier Zord that holds everything. But speaking of Zords, kind of segueing into the wrap-up portion of this, is that next week's episode, they are getting new Zords. So don't know if it's going to be a piece each, or if, you know, one team is going to get
Wait.
both. What's up?
Because they use the Zord to morph, right?
Oh,
they
you're talking
slide
about...
onto the gun and then they morph with that.
Right, yeah.
So do you think they're going to have, like, different Johns because of that?
Maybe. Oh, wait, you mean like different, like, morpher? Or just different, like, pieces?
Well, if it's different pieces, because the piece was yellow, wasn't it?
I forget. I forget what it looked like at the end of it.
But if it was yellow, maybe that means gold.
I don't know. It's like, honestly, right now, it's like, it's too soon to see any extra Rangers right now. Because normally, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, and I would not mind being wrong at all, because I'll get hype if I see another Ranger, because that's just how I am. But yeah, normally, extra Rangers don't really show up until, like, the teens, at least. Especially if this season does get, like, a good, like, 48 to 50 episodes. So, should I mean, I won't spoil it for those that don't already know, but like, because of the toy line, we already are aware of what the next colors are for the next set of Rangers. But you know, for your own ears or sake, I won't spoil anything. But yeah, definitely check us out next week for the next minicast for episode 5. I'm looking forward to next week. I like the pacing, I really do. And it looked like from the preview, it looked like the Red Rangers were going to have another kind of like a butting of heads moment. So I'm looking forward to seeing that the most. If any of you guys want to add in anything really fast to wrap this up, go right ahead. Floor is yours.
I think we covered everything.
Sweet.
The only thing that I'm probably just going to call right now is I have a feeling that the Rangers are going to start kind of like going back and forth, kind of like if you've ever watched Lupin the Third, how Lupin and Zennethe gotta go back and forth. I feel like the Patranger is going to really put the pieces together as far as the Lupin collection, and he might start doing what the Red Lupin Ranger is already doing, using the collection pieces to draw the Lupin Rangers.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's probably going to be some sort of dynamic because of anything like the two of them. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some sort of connection between the two of them. That's just me, though.
Okay. Fair enough. So, yep. So, you guys can follow us all on our own Twitter accounts that I'll leave in the description for you guys to actually check it out so you guys can follow us with any kind of questions, comments, concerns, or just anything you'd like to add for, towards this minicast. Check us out next week, hopefully around the same time for episode 5. This has been Uchi with HouseTop, QT-PYE, and Tempestt, and we will see you guys next week.